Hi, my name is Ivan and I'm here to show you how to create a smoky eye with just 5 products. The 5 key products we're gonna show today is MAC Eyeliner Kohl Pencil, Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, MAC Satin Top Eyeshadow, MAC Bronze Matte in matte shade, and Angel MAC Lipstick. So the first step is gonna be shading the whole eyelid. I already prep and moisturize my model's skin, so we are ready to go. So I'm gonna start shading her eyelid with the pencil I choose. Let me see. Great. Okay, so the edges, the measurements will be kind of like a triangle on the eye. So don't go too close on the inner side. Don't go too far on the outer side. You can blend. You can go farther by blending and gain more space. Cool. We go to the other eye. Thank you. So just kind of make, an inverted C and fill it all up with the same pencil. Okay, and then with my blending brush 217 from MAC, I blend this. So first I blend the edges and then I blend the center. Look up for me. Can you open the eyes and look down? That's great. To make sure the eyes look quite deep and intense, fill up with the same pencil inside of the eye as well. So the top lash is also filled with the same pencil. So using the same liner inside of the eye to create more depth of the makeup. Okay, look down. That's great. You go in between the lashes. I already curl Jordan's lashes, so they're quite open, as you can see. Okay, and if you could look up for a bit, thank you. Blink if you need, that's great. I look up. Make sure your brush is clean in between blendings, or use another brush. Look up. It's also quite nice to blend with a cotton bud if you want more precision or clean the edges, so you have a sharper finish. Look up a bit. Thank you. So the next step is gonna be using the eyeshadow. It's gonna be Satin Taupe from MAC. I've chose this color by thinking on my model's eyes. She have kind of greeny, bluey color. So purples and plum colors, they're gonna look beautiful. If your eye color is more blue, it will look beautiful, brown, bronzy, sort of orange colors. If your eyes are like mine, more browny colors, you can use perhaps more silver or navy. They're gonna look amazing. So let's get started. You get the eyeshadow and start by the center, patting the product. You might wonder why makeup artists we shake the brushes when we apply eyeshadows. So it happens when applying the product, it might have a bit of fallout. So just shaking on the table rather than blowing the brush, and you get the excess off. Then we do on the other eye. This eyeliner is already almost like an eyeshadow. So if you would like to skip that step, you could. But perhaps if your eyelids are a bit creasy, your eyeshadow might crease during the day, you might not have it as beautiful as you had at the beginning. So Jordan has quite big eye shape. You have a lot of space to do the eyeshadow. If you don't have as much space, concentrate in the area that you can feel. See if you can open the eyes, Jordan. So you can see when she opens the eyes, you can see the eyelid and you can see the crease. So if in your case you cannot see that, perhaps focus more in the corners. Okay, we will talk in another video about eye shapes, but basically try to not go much farther than your crease line. With a clean brush, I'm gonna soften the edges. I'm using MAC 224 blending brush. So I kind of want to soften and lose that difference in between the product and her skin. You can bring this a bit farther out. Just gonna move it. Thank you. I think makeup is like an extension of your personality. So if you want to add this to your looks and make it a bit more natural or perhaps stronger, just bear in mind that, yeah, this is just an example. You can adapt this to your look. So the first step was doing the eyelid all with the pencil and blend. Then we go over with the eyeshadow. Open the eyes. Lovely. And look up a bit. Thank you. You can go down in the bottom line with the big brush, but if you find it's a bit big with the blending brush, grab a cotton bud and soften the edges. So let me just, that's it. Cotton buds are such an inexpensive tool that you can always use to clean and soften. So the next step is going to be the mascara. I'm using today Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. Okay, so if you can look down for me, that's great. So when doing the mascara, I'm trying to get first close to the lash line to get the roots well coated and thicker. I've already curled Jordan's lashes, so they are perfect for this. When doing the mascara, I do first like a bit of a wiggle, and then I twist. It's like a rolling motion. This way it separates the lashes, opens and curls at the same time. On the second coat of mascara, look down, I go more in the center of the lashes, not as much in the roots. To get them fuller. Look down again, please. I still do the motion zigzag and rolling. If you want an extra depth, more volume, use the tip of the mascara, look down, to get with more precise finish. And you can go right in the corners and give an extra coat, because the very end of the mascara has still a lot of product. What I like doing when doing the bottom lash is I grab a cotton pad, simple as a cotton pad, cotton pad, and I save the skin so it's more clean. This is more like a pro tip for makeup artists to make sure you don't ruin your makeup after the mascara. Lovely. Just gonna turn that way. Thank you. I look up. So you can go really close to the lashes. It happens sometimes if the cotton pad is a bit fluffy, you know, this cotton, you might get this into your brush. So use a paper if you find the cotton pad is getting a bit in your brush. That's great. Lovely. Look up a bit. Look up. Lovely. Can you look down, Jordan? Thank you. Cool. So we have the third step done, mascara. So I'm gonna use the same brush I was using earlier, the blending brush 224 from MAC. Not only to apply bronzer, but to contour a bit the skin. So I'm gonna use this a bit on the edges, as if that was an extension of my makeup. And then go on the side of the nose. Just turn a bit, thank you. So I go by the crease. If you know where your crease is, just look down and you see the bone of your eye. Okay, if you look down a bit, so that's where the bone goes. You all have bones, so don't bring me that, oh, my eyes are so small, I don't have bone. You do have bone. Might not be as Jordans, but you have a bone. So yeah, by the bone side you can contour a bit. If your eyes have not as much space on this area, what you can do is just focus more in the corners. So you bring your eyes kind of further out, like more towards the corner. Okay, so what I'm doing on the eyes with the bronzer is basically a bit of contour. Mix it with the eyeshadows. I think it looks beautiful. It's like an extension of your eyeshadow. And as well, contouring the nose. Just gonna place it this way. I can see you as well. Thank you. So we contour a bit the nose. Just to kind of extend this. And then we're gonna use a bigger brush. This is a MAC brush as well. It's a 168. Okay. It's a matte bronze, from MAC. So we want to contour with the skin as well and add a bit of bronzer. Oh, I see your eyes were watering. Open the eyes. Thank you. Blink if you need. Great. Is it okay now? Great. Cool. So we want to slim down the face when we contour, and we want to kind of enhance our features. So the way we're gonna do it, the way we're gonna do it is finding where our bone is. So the bone goes usually, well, always goes from the ear to the mouth. So that's the line you have to shape to get that contour. So if you cannot see because your face is a bit more rounded, just kind of find it. Or can you suck at your cheek? That's it. So you can clearly see it. The Kate Moss bone here in England. Okay. You do heavily first, and then you'll blend it. Okay. Back and forth, back and forth. This shade, matte bronze, is quite natural, so I don't think you never go wrong if you're kind of Jordan's complexion. But don't get too excited, even if you're low bronzer, I will say. Not yet, it's not summer. Okay, so I'm doing heavily now, okay? I follow the bone. It's from under the ear, or kind of in the ear, sorry, to the mouth. And then now it's time to blend. So with the same brush, if you want, you can do it. Just kind of blend more upwards towards the eye to soften this a bit. What you can do if you think it looks a bit heavy, grab your foundation brush, a flat brush. This is the 190 from MAC, or a stippling brush. This is the 186 as well from MAC, and you can soften a bit this. So it doesn't look as heavy. You could even apply a bit of foundation on top or concealer. Just turn it the other way. Thank you. And we're gonna blend this right upwards. Here at the studio we're getting hot with the lights, so we might need to powder the skin. Close the eyes for me. Thank you. Okay. The fifth step is gonna be the lips and cheeks. So the next step is gonna be the lips and the cheeks. 2 in 1. We're gonna use just one product for this. The product I choose is Angel lipstick from MAC as well. It's a frosty color, it has a bit of sheen on it, so it will be very soft. My top trick, I would say pro tip, sorry. It will be use it in your cheeks as if it was a cream blusher. So I like use my thumb for this. You put it on the apple of the cheeks. This is, I think, a nice thing in any age or complexion. Put the blusher by smiling, but make sure you put it on the top. So this way when you smile it doesn't go, because if you stop smiling and you get serious, your kind of the cheeks are smile now again. The cheek goes up when you smile. When you stop smiling, goes down a bit. Well, in hair it doesn't yet, but in a more mature skin, it will go a bit downwards. So don't put it too low. It's kind of on the top of the cheeks. And then get your concealer brush or another finger and then soften. When doing it on myself, I like using my hands a lot. When doing makeup, I use more the brushes, but I think it's a personal preference. So this look I created today is more focused on the eyes. As you can see, they stand out. So the lips, gonna keep that kind of subtle, soft look. So I will use my fingertips to apply. You can also use a brush if you prefer to get a bit more color. I'm gonna grab a bit of lip balm and mix the lip balm, just open a bit, with the lipstick. Because there is nothing worse than a pretty color with on top of dry lips. Lovely. Can you blow this again? Blab it a bit. That's perfect. Thank you. Lovely. So just to make sure is everything all right, I'm using the same brush I've used at the beginning with the concealer to soften the edges of the blusher. That in this case is a lipstick. Okay, so here we have the 5-step, 5 products smoky eye. Well, I hope you enjoyed with this 5-step video tutorial as much as I did doing it, and see you at the next one.